welcome again to Real Talk. I'm Steve Peak, joined by JT Wiskowski. Murray State took on Austin Peay this Saturday in a crucial OVC matchup. JT, thoughts on the game?
We needed the win. We really needed the win, and we got it. This puts us in prime position to, if we beat UTM this week, which I think we will stand up and be third in the standings, I think, now.
And we're tied for second. Let's go ahead and get to the highlights from this week and look at what happened down in Clarksville.
All right, so here, the first play, to take the first lead of the game, Murray State throws it down. Touchdown, 7-0 to Walter Powell.
Murray State in their first drive scored, and then their second drive, Casey Brockman finding Dwayne Brady for 38 yards and another Murray State touchdown. Racers up 14-0 right out of the gate.
And then we're coming down the field. Well, okay, now we're coming down the field. And as we come, we hit another pass, and we're going. It's another Racer first down. He takes it to the house, and he takes it for 6.
Just out of bounds.
Just out of bounds.
We ended up settling for a field goal. Austin Peay made it a 17-14 game, and they're right there in it with 55 seconds to play, but Murray State coming right back. Casey Brockman a touchdown pass to Javon Trotter. Murray State then took a halftime lead with 24-14.
And then Dwayne Superman Brady takes it down, and he scores, and there's another Murray State touchdown.
And they're starting to cruise in the second half. Casey Brockman finding Dontel Watkins, another touchdown pass for Brockman, this one for 8 yards. Murray State goes ahead 38-14.
And then Casey finds Walter Powell, who takes it in for a 71-yard touchdown to put Murray State up 45-14.
Katie Humphreys, we'll see in this next highlight, getting in on the action, the backup quarterback, the future of Murray State football. He gets his first touchdown pass as a Murray State Racer as he finds Dontel Watkins for 9 yards. Capping off the Racer scoring, Murray State goes on to win 52-14, getting back to 500 for the first time this season. They're now 3-3. They're 2-1 in the OVC, and they, like you said, they're right back in it for a chance to win an OVC title.
Well, I mean, that's what we need. We needed the win, and now this week we have UTM, as we've talked about. And with UTM's rushing attack is subpar, to say the least. They have not done much this year. They have 8 TDs this year, whereas we have 13. Steve, what's your take on that?
Well, I do think Murray State's in for a challenge this week. You look at the last game, Brockman has just been on fire here recently. He threw just as many touchdowns as he did incompletions. That is phenomenal. That's phenomenal, JT.
In OVC play, Casey Brockman has thrown 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Or no, rather, this season, 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. In OVC play, 10 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Derek Carr, who plays for the UTM, he has 6 TDs, 9 touchdowns.
Wow. Brockman, like I said, has been on fire. He was named by the Sports Network the co-offensive player of the week. He got OVC offensive player of the week. The guy's just on fire. And, for your last season as a Murray State Racer, I mean, what a way to go out. If he continues this, I mean, there's no doubt that he's going to be the OVC player of the year, in my opinion. I
looked at that, Steve. That's funny you mentioned that. I looked at that. And Jimmy Garoppolo, who we played a couple weeks ago, he has 20 touchdowns, 7 interceptions this year. Casey is 8 touchdowns behind him, but their yards are very similar. So we're going to have to see where that goes.
Yeah. And your thoughts on the UTM game? What's your score? What do you think is going to happen?
Well, my score is 35-28, and I think the Murray State Racers are going to take down the UTM Skyhawks.
Well, I agree, and I think it's going to be a really close game. UT Martin, like I said, they've held EKU. They forced turnovers, and when you turn the ball over on them, they capitalize, and they did that against EIU.
Well, with you say that, EIU would have beat them. EIU had 3 fumbles that changed the game. We could have beat EIU. On the 2-point conversion, they beat us. Yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
But UTM, they're not very good on stopping their opponents on third down. They have a 48% efficiency for their opponents.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and we're very good on third down from what I've seen. So
yeah, we get it 3rd and medium and able to convert. Tennessee State beat EKU. They're now the leaders in the OVC, and I still think, and no disrespect to Tennessee State, but I still see where they can pick up 1 or 2 losses. So, I mean, Murray State's right there in it. I think they beat UT Martin this week. Chris Hatcher's 11-2 on day games in his career here at Murray State. I do think they win. I think Racer 1 actually she picked a good week to take off 2 weeks ago, and I think they're not going to score 70 points this week.
No, their defense is pretty good at UTM.
UTM's defense is a lot better than Tennessee Tech's, but I still say Murray State does put some points on the board. They come away with the win, 42-38. I think it really will be that close. I
mean, I can feel that. So, going off that, it's homecoming weekend. We have another extravaganza off this weekend, Steve. We have the Racer Midnight Madness. What's your take on that?
Midnight Madness at 9:15. You can't beat that. It's great. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We have a dunk competition that's gonna feature, of course, Ed Daniel.
Mr. Ed.
Yeah, a couple. Some freshmen in there. You get to see some freshmen do some dunks. I mean, there's gonna be Terrence Gilmore and Eric McCree. Eric McCree, now I got to see him play. That guy is going to be a stud, and
Where'd he come from?
Well, I'm not sure, but Eric McCree, he's going to be a stud. I saw him play a little bit their first practices. He's going to be really good. Terrence Gilmore looks okay too. So I like the freshmen. This is your first chance to see how good these freshmen are going to be. We do have. I mean, C.J. Ford is another recruit that people are excited about.
Even with that, we do have the number 4 ranked player in the world, and Isaiah Cannon. So, I mean, we'll see what he does, too, at Racer Madness.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to be there covering it. We're going to get some interviews. That'll be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to that. 9:15 tomorrow. Be there. We need that lower bowl.
Or be square, folks.
We need that lower bowl filled. We need people to be loud. We're going to be on national TV.
ESPNU.
Yes, sir. All right, we'll see you next week, and we'll see you in just a few minutes back on MSU Tonight.